Hi there, I'm Charlene Shirk, your host for Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining us today from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is Ted Giraitis-Quaye from TGQ Marketing. Ted, thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
It's a pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
So tell us what you're doing over there at TGQ Marketing.
Yeah, definitely. So we primarily focus on helping e-commerce owners scale via Google Ads, Google Analytics, and also feed optimization on their product feeds.
So give us an example of what you do, a typical e-commerce client, and then how you get their product seen by the people who need to buy it.
Definitely. So for example, say I have a e-commerce supplement brand. First thing I would do is get all their products onto a Google feed in Google Merchant Center. Once I have all their products there, I'll then begin to run shopping ads or paid traffic to get those products visible. So whenever someone's searching for protein supplements or anything in that arena, we're going to show up at the very top and beat out their competitors.
Yep, that's how you do it. So talk to me a little bit about what your challenge is when it comes to e-commerce, because this is not trying to get somebody into a brick and mortar store or get them to service to come to their home. This is, we want you to buy this product by clicking this button here.
Yeah, definitely. One of the biggest challenges with e-commerce is people can't actually touch the products. So we really have to convey the benefits of that specific product digitally. So whether that's showing up multiple times on different platforms, whether it's YouTube, display, Google Shopping, we have to be able to tell the customer and client that we need multiple touch points before someone's like, yes, I want to buy this. It's perfect for me.
And so talk to me a little bit about what your biggest challenge is with your client in getting those products sold. You know, everybody wants to tell a great story, but you've got to be able to know the product and the client in order to do that. What's maybe the challenge you've got in communicating those priorities to your client?
Yeah, definitely. One of the biggest problems is clients, once they start working with us, they want to start right away. But the first thing we need is a solid foundation. So what this foundation is we want to make sure the Google Analytics is set up. Every dollar we're spending, we want to know exactly where that's going. And then also the product data feed. A lot of clients overlook this and they might just put in whatever they have in their Shopify store, whatever platform, and just use that data. But we really have to focus and optimize this before we spend a single dollar, or we'll end up having not as a profitable campaign. So that's one of the biggest challenges clients get.
Well, I'm going to turn the tables on you and I'm going to ask you, what's the biggest obstacle you as a marketer face in order to become successful and stay successful?
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's just constant information that's changing and innovation in this industry. Everything from iOS and cookie updates, or learning the newest type of platform that Google or Facebook or YouTube is creating. So understanding the balance between shiny object syndrome and sticking to the fundamentals and basics of marketing is the biggest challenge for me.
Okay, but you say shiny objects and out comes, TikTok, right? So, something you got to pay attention to. So in your space, what are you watching or keeping an eye on, or you're kind of hearing about a change in the digital marketing space that you want to make sure you've got on your radar that other folks should be paying attention to?
Yeah, definitely. So I would say Google Marketing Live just recently happened, and they brought out a lot of different innovations. And one of the biggest things that's on my mind is YouTube Shorts being integrated with Google Performance Max. So this will be one of the biggest trends of short form video becoming more of an e-commerce and purchase type of intent rather than it just being for people's entertainment.
All right, Ted, before I let you go, we got about 30 seconds left. What's your best tip you could tell our viewers today?
I would say my best tip is know exactly who your customer is. So I would go over a customer persona profile and make sure all your marketing messaging, benefits, pain points, and obstacles they have when buying your product fits exactly in your marketing messaging. Without that, it doesn't really matter what type of channel you're using, how good your analytics are. Everything else focuses on that.
Ted, that is great advice. Thank you so much for making the time to join us today on Digital Champions.
It was a pleasure.
Now, if you'd like to learn more about what Ted's doing over there at TGQ Marketing, he knows his stuff. You can start by checking him out on dailyadbrief.com. I'm Charlene Shirk. That's going to do it for this episode of Digital Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.